Thinking of doing your HGV license? Or you've just passed your HGV license? Not sure on driver's hours? Not sure on working time? Not sure how you hitch up to a trailer? Not sure how you strap a load? Then why not check out the new Essential Trucker's Handbook? Cracking little book, jam-packed with information, lots and lots of information on it. Nice handy size to carry around. I keep it in my shelf up the top there, so if I need it, I'll just refer to it. It's got so much information in it, guys. Link will be in the description. Take a look, check it out, enjoy it. Enjoy the video, guys.
Morning. How the devil is everyone? Hope everyone is well. It's Friday, and as you can probably tell, I'm not in my truck. I am in an XG 530 XG, not an XG Plus, just an XG. And yeah, bit of a new experience. So this is literally the first time I've driven one. I'm trying to get myself comfortable in it. This is one of my colleagues, Wayne's truck. He doesn't work Fridays, he just works Monday to Thursday. So it's basically, oh, it's quiet. Yes, so it is 530 XG. It's wrapped in the Fairmont colours, obviously. And as I say, this is the first time I've actually driven one. So this is all a new experience for me. First impressions, a lot smoother than the Merc. It's got mirror cam. It has mirror cam, and it also has, instead of having the pedestrian mirror on the front and the one on the mirror down the side there of the door, it has a camera, which I will show you. And I've got a bit of weight on today because I've got a load of counterweights for nifty lift in Milton Keynes, which is where I'm going to. Going to Milton Keynes today. And I asked one of the boys yesterday what time they normally leave to go to the Milton Keynes, and he said, oh, I normally come in for 4. I thought, I ain't coming in for 4. There's only 4 o'clock in the day for me, thank you very much. Those days are long gone for me. So I come in for 6. Delivery's between 7 and 12, so I'm going to get there for 10 o'clock. So it shouldn't be too bad. And it's going to literally be a case of tipping and reloading empty stillages and coming back. And that'll be it, really. So this is quite nice, actually. It's strange being in a different truck, considering I've been in the Merc for donkey's years. But this video is going to be a very short video. Reason being is I've got my power leads with me to charge the cameras up, but I can't keep them on permanent charge. So, but I'll see what I can do. Never know, I might be able to do something with it. But I'll when I'm on a break later on, I'll give you a walk through the cab itself. Walk around the outside of it and whatever else, so you can see it close up, and yeah, we go from there, really. But first impressions, very nice indeed. And being Wayne's, it's lovely and clean, absolutely spotless. I think he's had this about 8 weeks now, I think, something like that. It's had it about 2 months. So yeah. See if we can get his retarder scored up a little bit. Or his efficient driving score, I should say. It's all about rolling up to stops and roundabouts and all that sort of thing, and hardly touching the brakes on it. Just letting the retarder do most of the work. It's on 76% at the moment. Let's see if I can get it up a little bit before the end of the day. Who knows? You never know. This is definitely strange. It's very open, mind. It is. It's very, very open. So you got the window in the door as well. It's very light inside. And the all-round vision is really good. That's Alias, my colleagues. I love it when people don't use the indicators to go around the roundabouts. There he is, so I know where I'm going. Mirrors seem a lot darker than mine. That could be because of the light outside. Mine is not full daylight yet. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Right then, I'm going to crack on, and I'll probably speak to you just before I get to Milton Keynes, and then on the way back then, for my break, I'll give you a walk around the inside of the cab and outside the cab and whatever else. So, I'll speak to you in a bit. Toodles. Hello, welcome back. Right, well, I've been driving this now for hour and 50 minutes, more or less. My initial thoughts. Not the best, I have to say. It's very smooth, very quiet. But I'm finding the suspension, especially with weight on the back, you're getting thrown all over the place. Now, whether it's because I'm so used to my Merc, I don't know. But everything just seems so soft on it. I mean, the steering is light as a feather. Really nice. I'd say it's really quiet. It's very, very quiet. Motorway driving, no problem at all. I mean, there's things you can set up on the dashboard. I'm not going to touch anything because it's not my truck. Obviously it's Wayne, so I'm going to keep it in the way that he set it up. I haven't got a clue. I haven't even connected my phone. So I'm not going to do anything. It's not my truck, so I'm not going to change anything. But it's pretty straightforward. I'll show you the layout later on. Pretty straightforward. All the information's there that I need, and it's, you know, very readable. So that's one good thing. But I just find that it just feels spongy. It could be because, as I said, because I'm used to the Merc. I suppose I probably get used to it. But my first initial thought is it's very, very spongy. But I have got a lot of weight on the back. As I say, I've got the counterweights for nifty, so we'll see what it's like once I've got the weight off it. I just feel like I'm being thrown about the cab. Every little bump, it's bouncing everywhere. It's difficult to explain, really. But whether you can see I've got the seat on quite a hard setting. I can soften it up. And I think if I softened it up, it might even be worse. Yeah, look. all over the place now, look. Oh, blimey. Yeah, no, that's no good. Jeepers. So I've got it in the hardest setting. Seat is still bouncing around. But again, as I said, it's probably something I could get used to. I'm used to the solidness of the seat position I've got on the Merc. Mirrors, they seem okay. This one's brightened up a bit now. As I said earlier on, it looked a bit dark, but it has brightened up now. You haven't got the width of the view. I've got a lot of the side of the truck in the mirror, same as that one. So it is restricting my wide angle view, but obviously you've got the wide angle view on the bottom as well. But I like to have the wide angle on the top one, on the main mirror itself. I could probably move that out. There is a button on there to actually move it out a bit more. But say I'm not going to touch anything because it's the way that Wayne has got his set up. So I probably could angle that out a bit more if I wanted to. The camera does follow the trailer, same as mine. Looks a little bit, when it's doing it, a bit robotic. There's not a lot of smoothness to it. It sort of jumps rather than sort of moves. But I haven't had any major turns while I've been watching it, so see what it's like when I make some major turns and see if it smooths out that way. And it makes that funny noise as well when you go over the white line. Very electronic. Not like the woodpecker I've got in mine. It's a nice truck, don't get me wrong, you know. Oh, the camera's moved. It is a nice truck. Very nice, very smooth drive, very quiet. It's just, I think, with the driver's seat, it's difficult to explain. It's like when you're going around corners, it doesn't feel like you've got the stability you've got in the Merc. It's not very confidence inspiring, I've got to be honest. So yeah, make you slow down a little bit more, going around bends and whatever else. But I don't know. Again, it's probably because I'm used to the Merc. I mean, I've been in the Merc now for the last 2 years, 2.5, no, yeah, 2 years. And I had the Merc before that when I was at Keedwells, didn't I? So can't remember what the other DAF, the DAF I had before I had the Merc was like. I know it was bouncy, the seat was as bouncy as anything because you could lock the seat off in that one, but at least you can lock the seat off on this, so it's not as bouncy. But it still feel like I'm being thrown about more. It's not, I'm not getting thrown about, but it feels like I'm moving side to side more than I would in the Merc. But I don't know. Again, like I said, it's probably something I could get used to. So making pretty good time. Got a little bit of a delay in front of me now. I was originally going to get there for 10:10. It's now telling me I'm going to get there for 20:10, but delivery's between 7 and 12, so I'm in no particular rush. I get there when I get there, I'll tip it, I'll come back. I'm presuming there will be empty stillages coming back, there normally is, but we'll see. Just every little move, every little bump you can feel. so much through the truck, but through the seat. It's weird. It's a weird feeling. Just my opinion. And Bash seems to love his. He got out the Merc and got in one of these, and he seems to love it. So it's probably just one of those things. Get used to it, and then it's become second nature. Then, same as everything else. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it so far. We just have to see what it's like when it's got no weight on the back. Get a lot of dipping with the brakes as well. I'm only sort of tapping the brakes. The front end seems to dip down quite a bit as well. It's not very confidence inspiring, I have to be honest. I'm using the retarder a lot more than I would in the Merc. I'm still just touching the brakes, and it's front end just seems to dip a bit. See if it does it again now when I do this. So off the accelerator now. Probably won't need the brakes actually on this one. Choose a retarder to slow down. Ooh, bumpy, bumpy. There you go. Steering is very light. Very, very light steering. Tell the difference between the power on the Merc and the power on this. I mean, don't get me wrong, this isn't too bad. It's a 530, seems to pull okay. But when I was going up Bath Bank on the M4, if I had this lot on the Merc, I wouldn't have lost any speed at all. I would have been up the hill at 55. But with this one, I was down to 50. So just goes to show that that little 100 brake horsepower extra does make a difference. Camera's moving again. See how much it's bouncing because the camera's moving all the time. I'll never get that when I'm in the Merc. But yeah, anyway, I'm on the 420 at the moment, heading up towards the top end of the A34. So I'll be picking up the 34, going across the 40. Down one junction and off, I think it's the 43. Follow the 43 up and then drop down into Milton Keynes that way. About an hour and a half away. So I'm going to crack on. Just so I give you my initial thoughts of the first hour and a half of driving it. And yeah, we'll see what it's like once I've tipped and it's a little bit lighter on the back end, and see what it's like then. I'm going to crack on. I'll speak to you in a bit. Toodles. Hello, welcome back. You join me about an hour and a half later. Just coming into Milton Keynes now. I am 7 minutes away from Nifty, so I thought I'll just take you in with me. I know you've done it before with me, but some sort of content, isn't it? Yeah, truck. Sort of getting used to it now. So I've been driving it now for 3.5 hours. Still can't get used to this bumpiness in the seat, but I'm sure that's something I can get used to in the long run. I mean, all in all, it's a nice truck. It is very, very nice. Now, it's smooth. It's the gear change is nice and soft. The steering's responsive. Got a good lock on the steering. Retarder is very, very good. Make sure this thing going to change before I go through. And we're okay. The mirrors are a very strange sort of, they've got a strange tint to them. Very weird. What I will say though is the screen I've got on the top there, which I'll show you in a bit, which replaces the front mirror and the side mirror, is absolutely superb. I gotta be honest, it is really, really good. Went through the small little village I come through when you come off the 43 there, and yeah, you can see the exact distance you're away from the cars, the lines. So I will show you once I've delivered and tipped and everything else. I gotta have a break, so I'll show you everything while I'm on break. Go through it all the way up. I'll show you the cab. Cab is very, very spacious. From the outside, it doesn't look that big, but I would say it was equally, if not a little bit bigger than the old XF. You've definitely got more room on the bunk. The bunk looks a bit wider. But again, I'll show you the whole cab very, very shortly. And we go roundabout city now. The land of the roundabouts, Milton Keynes. So I haven't rushed anywhere. I've taken my time. One, because I'm getting used to the truck, and two, because it ain't mine. So I've got to be honest, I feel like I'm driving like a learner again. But I don't care. I'm just taking my time with it. According to the nav, there should be a roundabout here, but there's no roundabout anymore. Going right on the next one, so I'm on the outside lane. Yeah, I gotta be honest, I do like the retarder on this. Very good indeed. Looking at that, it doesn't move much, to be honest. Whereas with the mirrors on my Merc, they move quite a bit, so you can see quite a bit behind the trailer as you're going roundabouts and whatever, so you can see what's behind it. But with this, as I went around there, I could just about see the end of the trailer. And don't forget as well, if you are looking over there, if the camera's not there, it's by there. So used to the camera being there. Don't forget, if you are interested in your motorbikes, don't forget to take a look at mine and my brother's channel, Biker Brothers. It's all an adventure. hopefully we're going to start doing some more content soon. Now hopefully the weather's going to start improving. And we've also got our 4 Point of the UK tour in aid of cancer research in memory of our sister Sam. So we're doing that in July the 10th. Sorry, something green just popped up on the screen there, and I'm not quite sure what that was, but yeah, we've got all the hotels booked for that now, everything's sorted. So it's just a case of confirming all the routes that we're taking to each and every one of the destinations. We are on the second day, we've changed our destination. When we get to Glasgow, we were originally going to go up the A9 and go up to Pitlochry, but now we are going to go sort of northeast-ish a little bit once we get through Glasgow. We're going to head up the A82 and we're going to be going to Fort William. So we're going to stop at Fort William for the night, and then we'll crack on up to John O'Groats then on the third day. And I think then we're staying in Aberdeen then, if I remember correctly. So it's going to be starting off on the Monday at Pont Abram Services, heading over to St David's then up via the National Park and up towards Colwyn Bay, and then down towards Chester. We're going to be stopping in Chester the first night, and then from Chester then we're heading up to Fort William to Aberdeen. I can't remember where we're going from Aberdeen then, where we're stopping for the night. I can't remember where the next point's going to be, the next day or the day after that. Can't remember. I'd have to have a look. Yeah, I will post up everything sort of a few weeks before we go on the actual route we're taking. So if there's I know there's a few of you contacted me and said that you'd love to join us for a bit of a ride, or you'd like to come and meet us at certain places. So I will endeavour to put it up sort of probably about a month before we go, so you can see exactly what route we're taking, where we're going. And if you want to come along for a bit of a spin, or you want to join us just to say hello, then you are more than welcome. Sure, it's this one. This one? No, I think it's the next one, isn't it? Yeah. Next one, not this one. Been a while since I've been up here. Yeah, there's Nifty by there. Can't really miss it, mad. Steering is so light on this, but when you're heavy as well, you can feel the weight transferring. It's very off-putting. Whereas with the Merc, you don't feel that. And then the tipping, looks like there is. And there could be one waiting here as well. Couple waiting. Back right close to the corner there. Yeah, that top mirror doesn't move. Lost all the back end of that then. To go up and turn around somewhere and park up behind that foreign one. Pop in and see him then. Tell him I'm here. Oh, he's actually I don't know whether he's waiting to go in. Hopefully there's someone here I can turn around. The thing, the mirror didn't, the window didn't go down that far either. That corner camera is absolutely perfect, I've got to be honest. That's brilliant. And I will say that these mirrors are perfect for reversing. They give a very true reading. Very good. I like that. The bottom one widens out when you go into reverse. The top ones don't move. I'm going left now, and I would follow the back end of the trailer on there, but it's not. I can't see the back end of the trailer, but I can on the bottom one. So I'll pull in behind this fallen chappie now. I'll go in and see him then, let him know I'm here. Now I'd say when that's in there at the moment comes out, I might be able to go in, because I don't know whether he's waiting in front there or whether whether he's waiting to go in or not. So I will go see him, see what they say. I'll speak to you in a bit. Toodles. Okay, right, just thought, well, gotta wait for that one guy to come out. Now he's having his empties put on, so I gotta wait for him to come out and then I can go in. I don't know what this guy by here is doing, but just thought I'd show you the outside of the truck. So, as you can see, it's in needs a bit of a wash. I'll give it a wash when I get back for Wayne. But that's the truck. So I say it's an XG 530. As you can see right there. And you probably would have seen in the when I was talking about it, I would have put a little clip up on it. But that's the side camera that covers the mirrors that used to be by there, and then round the side by the door by there. So that one there now covers those two areas, and it is absolutely brilliant. As you can see the mirror cam up there, and then you got the mirror cam on the other side up there. All in all, it's a nice looking truck, and obviously, as I said, it's in the Ferryman wrap, the famous wrap that the Mercs originally had for the 30th anniversary, and they all started having the rest of them then. We've got a set of Alcoa Durabrights on them, full set. Is it a 470 litre tank, I think? No, 490. It's a 490 litre fuel tank. Quite big side lockers. I say we got the window there. And when you pull the curtain around now, the curtains actually come down and they cover this bit inside. So you've got your privacy in the evenings then. But yeah, it makes the cab a lot brighter. But yeah, once I've tipped, I'll stop, I'll have a break, and then we will see the rest of it. I'll show you the inside then. So yeah, all good fun. So it's quite high, it's quite a high cab. You see how high off the ground that is compared to my Merc. My Merc is a lot lower than that, which could account, where have I gone? There I am. Which could account for the a lot of the side back and forth when you're going around corners and over bumps and whatever. As I said earlier, it's probably something you can get used to. So yeah, so I'll get this lot tipped, and then I'll come back to you and show you the inside of the cab. See you in a bit. Doodles. Okay, right, I don't know whether I've shown you these before, the counterweights that we do for Nifty. Have I got my mic on? Yeah, I've got my mic on. Just checking out the mic on. Yeah, that's the counterweights that we do for Nifty. There's 8 of them on there. Of course, I haven't got my truck. And Wayne obviously doesn't use strap winder. So there's no strap winder in his truck. So I just have to wind all the straps up by hand. Something I'm not used to doing. Definitely not used to doing. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you the load So it's all unstrapped now, just waiting to get it taken off now. So see how long that takes. I'll see you in a bit. Toodles. Right, hey guys. Excuse me, just had a bite to eat. I'm in Lady LMS Services, just been over to have a pasty. I haven't eaten anything all day. Not my truck, I haven't got anything in yet. So I just stopped at a pasty, got a drink. So I thought I'd give you a quick show around the cab. Excuse me, got a camera there as well. So I don't know whether you can see me on that one, I don't know. But right, basically, where do we start? As you can see, it's quite roomy, and I'm just under, well, just about 6 foot, and there's still plenty of room above me. It's very, very spacious cab. It's very open, whether you can see from there, but if I just sort of pan it round a bit, it's a little bit dark in that corner there. There we go, it's lighting it up a bit now. The bunk is quite big. I've also got my jacket there and Wayne's bag and whatever, and his bits and bobs. It has a top bunk. I'm not going to pull that down because it's got Wayne's stuff on there. So yeah, the good thing I like about this bunk, if you have a look on there, watch this now, a little bit of magic. Oh, let's go in that way. There. Ooh. Now I do like to sleep in a semi sort of upward position or sitting up position. It's much better for my back and everything else. But unfortunately I can't do that in mine. But that's lovely. Nice little bit of intuition on that. So you got the, and it does it both sides. You can see there, got 2 buttons. That one comes up on that side as well. I won't do it because all Wayne stuff is there. But here we got 3 lockers. Let's see if I can turn the light on, see if it might get a bit better in here. Might, don't know, doesn't look that bad, much better. So we got 3 lockers, one there, that one there has got the microwave in. I can show you that one. So we got a microwave in there, which is the biggest of the 3 lockers. Now personally I think these are quite small. Can get a lot in. I'm not going to open them up because obviously Wayne's got all this stuff in there, but personally I think they're a bit small. They're not that big, I gotta be honest. But the rest of it is very, very spacious. As you can see there, you got the seat there that comes up, so it gives you a bit more room if you want it. Driver's seat actually swivels around. I don't know whether it will with my settings on it. Oh, let's have a look. Might have to move it forward a bit. Oh. Let's put you by there a second. Excuse the hand. Might have to move the seat forward a little bit. So we can... how does that do that? There we are. And... no, the seat's got to come forward, I think. There we are. So, oh, the seat actually turns around. You can put the seat back then. So, you can literally sit like this. I mean, there is a bracket up there for a telly. Oh, that one will see it. At the top there, there's a bracket up there for a telly. As I'm sat in the driver's seat, you can see it's quite spacious. It's got LED lighting. Don't know how bright it is at night. I really don't know, and whether it's as good as the Merc is. But personally, I think this swivel seat would probably be better on that side. Whether they do it with a swivel seat on that side, I don't know. But it is nice just to be able to sort of sit by you, stretch your legs out, and have 5 to yourself. I'd have the iPad by there or whatever. I know Bash has got his telly up on the bracket at the top there, and he watches his telly from here. But personally, I would have thought if you're gonna have a swivel seat, you'd have it in the passenger seat because you want to get away from the steering wheel. But it's just my own personal thoughts. What else have we got you? Let's turn this back around. Oh, Probably have to bring this seat forward again. There we go. Right, let's have another butcher's, yeah. Like the other DAFs, you have your table, which pulls out from there, and you also have a drawer underneath there. Not sure, I think there's 2 drawers in these. No, just the one. One drawer. And if I turn the ignition on now, you might be able to see the dashboard. I have to turn it over to get the full dash up. Nice little startup screen. And there you go. That's the actual dash. The drive time, we're just about hitting my break time now, is 46 minutes. I've done 6 hours 37 driving today so far. I got 3 hours 23 left on a 10. So I got 2 hours left to get to the yard, so I've got plenty of time. I've actually dropped a point on it. It was 76 earlier, it's down to 75 now, and that dropped while I was actually using a retarder. So why that's dropped, I don't know. AdBlue percent is 66%, fuel percent is 77, and 15 degrees outside. You can actually go into a menu, which is by there. So it'll give you all the breakdown of your eco performance, your drive time for the day. Current task is 47 minutes on break. Time driven 6 hours 37. Remaining time 3 hours 23. Remaining rest time 8 hours 13. So it's basically going into a 9-hour break now. Yeah, so it also tells you then your overspeed warning, drive time warning is off at the moment, but you can switch that on, and then you got your daily trip, trip 1, trip 2, fuel consumption, averaging 13.53 to the gallon. It's not too bad. Service intervention, air pressure, soot filtering, whatnot. So just come out of that. A nice thing about this as well, although I've unplugged my phone now, and hang on a second. Let me plug my phone back in. And it has
happens, do you know what I mean?
Oh.
It's like,
no, I completely agree with what you're saying, and
Alright, let's turn that off a minute. Just listening to Brew Time, Teapot One's Brew Time. But it has Apple Play and Android Play. Or Android, whatever it's called, can't think what it's called now, but yeah. So it's got both. I've connected my phone to it. It's got maps on it, but the Google Maps don't work. You can actually go on to the maps itself, and it tells you then to go on where is it? Can't see where it is now. Is it that one? Can't remember where it is now, but you can actually get DAF truck maps, because that's Google. It won't let you do anything with the map itself, because obviously it's not functioned for trucks, it's just for cars and motorcycles and whatever. So that's just Google Maps on there. But you can get DAF. There it is. If you go on that there, if you go on the DAF truck navigation, you need to download it onto the phone then. You need the web link host and everything else. And the file's just too big to download on my own 4G, so it needs to have Wi-Fi really. But yeah, that's the DAF truck navigation, and then once you've got the navigation on your phone, it connects it to that, and then it's proper truck nav then. So it's not bad. Where are we gone now? So if I go back to that, back on that. Android Auto navigation apps are not designed for trucks and blah 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 blah. So, and then obviously you got your air conditioning system, your blowers and whatnot, aircon, parking heater, windscreen clearer, directions and everything else, and for setting your night heater for the mornings when you're getting up first thing in the morning. Got usual switches across here, self-leveling, drop axle, reversing alarm, traction control, diff lock, weight distribution, and I think you got another diff lock one as well there, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. And then above then you've obviously got your tacho, and then your lights system, which is basically the same as the old one. If I turn that back off now, I don't know what it does if you put it on. Yeah, it's got a little amber light look for night time, for night driving. So that's the interior of the truck. So it's quite nice. I like it. Let's move that one off there. Move that there. Put you back there. There we go. Put you back onto that camera now. I can put that one back on the front. There we go. So yeah, my break time's over now, so I gotta get going because I gotta get back. My overall thoughts on it, now it hasn't got any serious weight on it. I say I've just got empty stillages on it now. It does feel a lot better than it did this morning. Now this morning it felt really bouncy, but I have a feeling that's because I got a feeling that fifth wheel is too far forward. So you're feeling literally everything. I think it needs to go. I think the fifth wheel needs to go back 1 or 2 clicks because the fifth wheel is movable. So I think that needs to go back a little bit personally. Apparently, according to DAF, it's in that position for fuel economy, but it doesn't feel comfortable driving when you got some weight on it. I got to be honest. Now, would I trade my Merc for this? I've got to be honest. I think the answer is no. But would I be happy in driving it if I didn't have my Merc? Then I would say yes. But because I've got my Merc and I've got it for another 12 months, I wouldn't want to trade the Merc in for this at the moment. But I say I've only got the edition 1 now for another 12 months, and that's going back. So what I'm getting from there, I don't know. I have spoken to Richard, the boss, and he has said he wants to get another flagship. But what that's going to be, I do not know. Yeah, I'm not even going to try and hazard a guess of what it's going to be. But it's another 12 months away yet, anyway. So, yeah, as I said, would I trade my Merc? No, I wouldn't trade my Merc. Would I drive one if I didn't have the Merc? Let's close that right up for the minute. It's a bit warm in here though. Let's turn that down. Would I be happy with it if I didn't have the Merc? Then I would say yes. It's lovely to drive. It's very smooth, very quiet, very spacious. I love the bunk. The lockers aren't that big, so you haven't got a lot of storage room, but you have got the top bunk that you can store things on. The windscreen is huge, and you've got so much space on the windscreen. Oh, I wanted to show you that corner one as well. I forgot to show you that. If I can, what I'll do is I'll record something when I get back to the yard, but I'll pop it in up the corner here or something, and I'll show you the mirrors and the corner piece, the corner camera, which replaces the 2 mirrors. To show you how good that is. It's really good, very good. Get you out of a few tight situations. That it's very good. Mirrors, not as good as Merc's, I don't think. They do move slightly when you're going around corners, but as I said earlier on, they step, so it's not a smooth movement like the ones on my Merc. They do step, so you can actually see the camera sort of, it's like a robotic action. But the bottom ones, the bottom part of the mirror, you got quite a bit of angle on that, so you can see quite a bit with those, and that widens up a little bit as well when you going into reverse, as you saw when I reversed up at Nifty. That was quite an easy maneuver. But what I will say is, if it looks straight in the mirror, it is straight. I can't say that about the Merc. If it looks straight in the Merc's mirror, it's slightly off center. So that's one thing I will say about these. The colouring, they've got like a grey tint to them, a little bit off-putting, but that could be just because I'm so used to the Merc mirror cam. What am I doing here now? Put it there. There we go. Put the cruise control. So it could be because I'm used to the mirrors on the Merc, and the colouring is slightly different, whereas the Mercs you sort of get a clear colouring of what's out and about, but with this there's like a grey tint to it. It's difficult to explain. I don't know whether it would show up on camera either, but yeah, there's a slight tint to it. Now the corner camera, it's like a 360 camera. That's perfect. It's got lovely colouring on it. But the colourings on the side ones, they say it's got like a silvery grey tint to it and a little bit off-putting. Stereo system, second to none. Does what it says on the tin. It's a radio, it's DAB, so you got plenty of sound. I believe it's like a 6-speaker system in you, or 4, and I can see 2 there and 2 up the top. I don't know whether there's any in the dashboard on the bottom there, I don't know. I don't think there is, so I think it might just be a 4-speaker system, a 2-speaker and 2 tweeters. But it sounds good enough. If I play the brew time for 2 minutes.
Okay, well, the global motorcycle industry needs women to just be bikers.
Not too bad at all. So that's not my 9-speaker system in my Merc, but you know. There we are. So yeah, so that's my day out in the DAF. I don't know what I'm going to be in on Monday, because I know Wayne's back in on Monday. I know Colin's off Monday, and he's got one of these, so you never know, I might be back out on one Monday. But yeah, so all in all, I'm quite impressed with it. The ride is quite bouncy when you're fully freighted. Now I've only got empty stillages on and whatever else, it's quite comfortable. I'm not bouncing all over the place. The whole cab's not rocking everywhere. It doesn't feel awkward on cornering, and that's why I think that 5th wheel might need to go back a notch or 2 to make it feel a little bit better when it's heavy and on cornering and that, because it felt just a little bit off-putting to me. But again, it could be because I'm used to the Merc. The Merc just doesn't do any of that, going left to right, going around corners. It literally stays solid. So who knows? But that's me for this week, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this little day vlog with going up to Milton Keynes and seeing the XG, and you've had a quick look around it. And as I said, I'll see if I can record something with the corner piece earlier on, and I'll put it into that piece what I was talking about earlier on. So yeah, so thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget, if you are watching and you're not subscribed, then why not contemplate pressing that subscribe button, and when you do that you can press a bell notification and get notifications when my vlogs come out. And if you're into motorbikes, don't forget, my brothers and I have got a channel, Biker Brothers. It's all an adventure, and we are doing a 4-point of the UK tour in July in aid of cancer research in memory of our sister. Link is in the description. If you want to make a small donation, please by all means click the link, follow the instructions. If you want to leave a message on there, then I'll read messages out. There have been no messages on there lately, but if you do leave a message on there, I will leave a message, and I will read some of the names out on the next vlog as well of who has donated. So thank you very much, guys. I do appreciate watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Whatever you're doing, be safe, be good, and I'll most definitely catch you in the next one. Toodles.